Good morning. Sunday fun day. So that fat bitch Rich 220 is live right now. However, I gotta go get a coffee and a muffin first. Heard it from a friend heard it from another. You've been messing around. They say you got a boyfriend. They're rapping every weekend. They're talking about you and it's bringing you down. mach0, what's up, bud? Yeah, I'm running to the store real quick. I gotta grab the old man an iced coffee and a corn muffin, and then I'm going to be going back to the house. Oh yeah, taking care of Barry. You guys, you just hang out right here. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. This fucking motherfucker is on Facebook Live thinking Bang with someone. Alright, we're gonna go home and we are going to review Rich 220. It's fucking on. Rich is on there making his excuses. You could have fucking put your blinker on, douchebag. We're gonna get into this in a minute. Hopefully he's still alive. Trying to backpedal his way out of not being a map. Okay. We'll handle that. Alright, you guys give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. Alright. 1 second. Oh, Richie boy. Come out and play. We'll go on. Oh, he's got all of his fucking chains on? You fat motherfucker. Yeah, I just had to run to the store fast. See how fast I am? I do everything fast. I'm fucking Lightning McQueen. I literally went to the store, made a fucking large iced coffee with just milk. Fucking, what else do we do? We got. What else did I get? Oh, yeah, I got a corn muffin. So I had to bag up the corn. I mean, it was painstaking, but I did it. So, I kind of shouldn't have started this live until I got back. Because he was talking before. And, of course, the minute we go live, he stops talking. Do you guys want to watch live, or should we start from the beginning? What do you think we should do? Maybe we'll watch from here, because he knows. Oh, it's your call. You guys are the. You guys are the audience. I'm starting to think of myself as like a Steven Spielberg. Shoot and give you guys the action.
Was in there a little bit too long.
Oh, here we go.
Find out in a minute.
He shit himself. There's Cucker Shitty Bum. T-Rex arms. Hasn't wiped his ass since 03. Let me see if I.
Ugh. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He ran a motorcycle right into a brick wall. Flew over it.
He's sleeping. Want to come in and move on?
I wonder what makes people do these kind of things, though, really. What are you thinking? You're invincible or something? At least he had a helmet on. Otherwise, he'd be in a lot worse shape. He wouldn't have gotten up.
What's that, Cucker Shitty Bum?
Oh, that's hot. That's like hotter than hot. Jumped from the third floor and landed on his feet. Oh, he's on the roof. Yeah, it's about 3 floors up. He should have been dead from that. And yet he's getting up. That's incredible. You got lucky. Oh, that's where they steal the TVs from a appliance store. They come out the back to cops. Cops are like waiting to spring it on them as soon as they open the door. There we go. TVs? Not today.
You fucking
Wow,
fat
that
fuck.
worked out well. No.
You fat fuck.
I've seen that on. Oh, instead of throwing it backwards, you threw the bouquet dead at somebody's face.
You did, Rich. Austin exposed this can of worms.
So what do we got in here? I see there's 8 people in here.
Well,
Have that many haters? Wow.
look at your fucking hunchback there, Quasi.
That's way too hot. See what happens when your mind slips for about a minute. Coffee gets microwave too hot.
Hey, look, he's got his gangster rings
Nice
on.
and cool in here, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot one today. It's gonna be hot all week, so you're gonna be stuck in there with fucking Wayne Newton and Elvis.
Get the right color with the right just about any car, just about any. I was drowning in.
I had over $36,000.
How much? The trade by
All right, I'm gonna go to the beginning because he's just gonna. Oh,
Yeah, it works. You know, like even golf this weekend, I had that great golf day.
I want to see how he started off. Oh yeah, sexy Rich.
And I want to keep your record, got simulated.
There you go. Straighten it out, Jimmy.
So I get a video of that. I'm gonna break that record. I'm gonna keep that in the morning.
Come on. All right, now tell us about all the young girls that you follow. Make up your stories.
5 minutes later, and he for some reason he went rock and ball now. Stop it!
Yeah, he did.
14.
I guess that's got to be Tim.
He needs his mod.
Well, just to answer some questions about yesterday.
Here we go.
I'm sure you guys have seen it all over the internet.
Oh yeah, because you're what's
The little piece where Austin actually sees a gun. It's a BB gun. It was a broken BB gun. Only thing I did was I took off the orange tip in order to make it look real. But that's been thrown in the garbage. Well,
he took a fucking BB gun and took the orange tip off it to make it look real. That doesn't surprise me with a man like Rich, but that just shows you how smart he is.
because there was no reason to have it with me. But I do have a Louisville Slugger, and I do have some nice knives
Why don't
in case
you
I ever have to defend myself. How you doing, Sonia? And as far as
wait a minute. If you're not a felon, why wouldn't you have a gun to defend yourself? Like 90% America. Pretty much sure. I mean, I don't, depending on what state you live in, but pretty much everybody I know that isn't a felon has a gun. So I don't, what are you going to do with a knife? Oh,
was
boy.
that Austin saying that I'm following or whatever, they were from previous social media platforms like
There we
Tag,
go.
High Five, and I don't know if you know anything about the girls from the Philippines, but a lot of the girls look way under their age. For some reason, their face hides it very well.
Why do you have a thing for Filipino girls? Just, you're a creep. Creepo. Creepity creep creep.
They could be in their
Well,
30s and even, late 30s, and they'd still look like they're in their 20s. So that account, however, is dead because I don't have a password for it. I forgot that a long time ago, and I don't have any means or any way to get on it. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing okay.
Yeah, guns. Well,
Just trying to clear up a little.
if you think that you can put fucking Fat Rich in the class of Michael or Jason, dude, you're just as fucked as he is.
Crap that was going on yesterday. You know, they think they got me, but they don't.
Oh, we got you, bud.
They think I'm another Barry, but I'm not.
You are. I think you're worse than Barry, actually.
Hey, how's it down there in Long Beach, California? Is it warm or is it cool?
I got a Louisville Slugger.
In my case, everything can be simply explained, but the problem is that people assume instead of asking. They just come right up off with, some blundering, garbage. Oh God, no. Stay in the cool, man. Put the AC on and just go chill out.
Hey, tell me Rich didn't vote for Biden.
How's the humidity?
Just stay in the
it could be,
house. We're not
what is it,
going out.
98 you said? 98, but if the humidity is way down, then you'll be okay.
Yeah. Listen to fucking weather with fucking Rich.
Ah, very good.
How's the water, Rich? You still hearing fucking splashing when you're walking around?
Exactly. That's what it is, Sonia.
Yeah.
Sonia, and this guy's been doing it for so long, people are starting to leave him. But there's an answer for everything.
You're done. See? Oh, man. Another one that would be ripped apart by a detective. Just, Jesus. Everything has an explanation.
Well, the matter of fact is that when that count went down, I had to rebuild this phone back up from where it was in order to get it just to work again.
He had to rebuild the cell phone to get it to work again. Fat fucking fingers here rebuilt his cell phone just enough to get it to work. Fucking liar.
Tendency to send updates, and the updates sometimes have problems.
Yeah.
Was it something with the camera last night? Yeah. And it wasn't working properly. It kept buffering and all that other jazz,
Buffering and all that other jazz.
I don't carry weapons. I don't have guns. I don't believe in it. That's just an easy way for somebody to get in trouble.
Oh, is it?
But it did look enough like a real gun.
I'll take a gun over a knife or a Louis slugger any day. For house protection, absolutely. You're a fucking mutt, dude.
Until Austin actually blew up the picture and realized it was actually a BB gun. But it took that in order to get to understand that it wasn't actually a real gun. And I think that thing was supposed to have some kind of battery on it or something. But there was no battery for it, and there was no charger, so that's why I got rid of it.
I'm anti-gun.
Oh, God.
No shit, those things will get you killed.
Oh, this is coming back. The sitcom Dexter. I got a lot of that over there.
Well,
yep.
Something tells me that you're going to be watching.
And usually the conclusions that they jump to are the wrong ones. So.
Well.
I guess you were the first one on, huh, Sonia? Sunday, and it's only 3 minutes to 9.
It's
Oh boy.
9 o'clock on a Sunday. Fucking Rich wobbles in.
Starting to get hot again outside. So the temperature's starting to climb back up.
I'm gonna have to send that clip to your landlord, Rich. Are you saying it's a good thing you don't pay electricity?
I don't know if I'm going to work on the car today or not. See how this plays out.
Don, what's gonna happen to Rich? It's gonna be like America. Beautiful, big, big, bad America without beautiful bombs. We're just gonna drop a couple on Rich here, and that's gonna be it. It'll be done. And I don't mean real bombs, obviously. I'm talking about Cassidy Transit, the landlord, trying to get a hold, find out where Larry lives, old man Larry. And then you got Austin out in the lead, dropping those bunkers that are penetrating right through to the system of Rich to get the real truth. And then you got Mach0 over here firing, what do you want to call them? Those tomahawks. Yeah, we'll be the tomahawks that go in afterwards.
Clock usually sets in for the day about 9:30. I can go on my balcony and find out if it's what the hell is he doing?
Wouldn't
He got a car roll off
it
the
be
back
funny
of a
if somebody
flatbed
cut all the
by not
braces
being
at the
in it,
bottom of your deck?
but it just cracked into the door. Dude, that's even worse yet.
Oh, I hear treats.
You have to pay for those damages.
I hear the bag one. Yeah, that's a close.
It's the second day about, I don't know, 97%. And I'll see where it gets me today.
All right.
See how far I
Just
get.
for the hell of it. Now let's just go to where is this? Let's go forward
In my
10 minutes and see what he's talking about. Because I'm sure Austin's got this whole thing screen recorded. Oh, Mofat.
As soon as I said it, I'm like,
7 people in here. 20 minutes.
And they're all haters. And this is what he's doing now.
It starts getting timing right. Maybe it's not you.
make me a social sport. It can't be peaceful. Yeah. Oh, man. I did a lot of yoga, so I feel pretty good about it. Let me see what I got.
I think Richard likes it when I take the camera and I really put it up close. Yeah.
Holy crap. Cool. Save gas. Fart in a jar.
Yeah, we had a pretty good day yesterday. We had some family come up. We had cake on the, we set up the toolbox there. Laid out a cake.
God. They applaud for the dumbest things here.
Smoked an
Guy
ungodly
lit a
amount of
cigarette off.
weed.
Another guy actually lit a fart on fire. That's so stupid and disturbing. Yeah, use a mouse trap for your tongue.
He's a bus driver.
Boy, man, I let this thing go way too long.
Hey, Jimmy. Hold on, folks.
Great foundation for something. Something great baby tax. So you can find open 20. Thanks for great fun. Probably you can count. 15 years when it's hard. Oh, well, I replace your shield.
Well,
Pay later. But full payment options. Only if they.
I think we're going to get off of here when it hits the hour mark. The last one to say anything was about half an hour ago. Trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, but
Come on, somebody go talk to him so he stays on. Hold on, folks. We're going to move. We're going to go into Pops' room and we're going to do something in there. Hold on a minute. All right, Dad. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know? What don't you know?
All right, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. Just dwindling, so no sense of me sitting here. Nobody's talking. Nobody's saying anything. I said my piece. Austin, good doing the research. I'm glad you actually did some research this time. Because, yes, that was actually a BB gun, not a real gun. And they do look alike, but there are certain things that are different. And you were actually smart.
All right, what we're going to do is, since he's ending up there, there's one he did yet. Oh, that fucking chair. People keep asking me that. Pops, where's Pops? Pops, Pops, Pops.
I'm here. I stay in the background.
Well, let's watch some Rich. Now, what's your opinion on all this? Can you believe it?
No,
Oh, it's a gremlin.
I can't believe he's denying shit that's like in black and white.
74 gremlin.
Has he got a BB gun as his protection?
I guess so. I didn't catch that video from Paul. I woke up this morning and the first thing I saw was him.
That must have made you feel good.
Not really. BB 5.56. Oh, 5.56? Oh, wow.
Then he takes the orange thing off the end. He'd get fucking killed.
No shit, well, that's...
That fucking idiot.
I'm sure he's got a gun. Unless he's...
I don't know.
I don't know, Dad. A lot of people own guns. Even felons.
Oh, I know.
There's more fucking guns than there are people. Yeah, he's a master chef. Look at him. There's his glamour shot. Yeah, let me move it forward. So he can start talking. See, he's thinking about what he's gonna lie. He's thinking up his lie right now.
Hey Don, how you doing? Why does he keep fucking rubbing his face and picking
Smelling
at
his
them?
fingers, dude. He hasn't wiped his ass since '86, Dad. He's got T-Rock's arms. He couldn't fit behind there. Think about it.
That's true.
He can't even touch his fucking feet. I don't get how he thinks this is.
He's a country boy. Yeah, he's a country boy. Looks like a fucking cow.
You know what? Wait a minute. I think he might have put a video out.
Who?
Rich. Was either video or a short?
Oh.
Must have been a short.
Professor Austin Bastard Bitch strikes again with the assumption that I'm actually, what the hell I call that, a pedo or something. That's trying to prove a point that is non-existent. Sorry to
It is proven.
It's proven. It's right on the shit there, Rich. How the fuck? I don't understand what you're trying to do. It's right on the fucking phone, the video. You can see all your followings. And those girls, them Indonesian girls or whatever you call it, they're young. They're not old
They're
ladies.
fucking mail order
He says
brides.
that their faces change.
They're fucking mail order brides.
to disappoint
You're
you,
a map.
Austin,
You're
but
a map. Probably
if that
pedo,
person
too.
is on my profile, that's because they want to follow me,
Oh,
not because I'm following.
so
Oh,
you're
yeah.
telling me these young girls are following you?
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Did you just hear that? Did you just fucking hear that? They're following him.
Oh, don't my coffee.
They're following him, Dad.
Dumbass. Dive a little deeper instead of like, oh, it's not above, it's not just underneath this piece of paper. I guess it's not there. So that makes it legit when it's 3 pieces of paper down is where you're looking for, but you don't see nothing anyway.
Whoa.
You know, that's how clueless you are, buddy.
Wait a minute. Is that a riddle? Guys, did he just fucking... Did he just... Did you guys hear that? You guys only looking a page down. What you're really looking for is 3 pages down. 3 pages. What's 3 pages? 3... I don't... Why would you say that?
Yeah, you just make a big blah about absolutely nothing. I have 3 people on my Instagram, dipshit.
Dipshit. Dumbass. Where the fuck did Jimmy go? Jimmy's gone.
Pole Barn Garage, and the other one is Two Hacks Garage. So good luck with you on that. And as far as things go with people, you know, that I'm supposedly following, those people are having a right to follow me if they want, because I have a professional profile. So I don't get all the garbage and crap.
I can't even believe what I'm listening to. I can't.
From people I don't want to associate with, like you. But you keep trying to kiss up and... Professor Austin Bastard.
Then this one.
Okay, folks, here's the real deal. There was never any valor stolen.
Something going on with this.
I never got anything
Freezing.
for free or got anything at a discount, and never knew anything about any of that stuff when I was a fireman. Now, I was only a fireman for a short while I was going to college. So that explains that situation. The certification I lost when I lived in Elizabeth, New Jersey. So I moved from PA to Jersey to be closer to my siblings and family. Okay. When I left out of that place, I left the certification behind and didn't go back to the
What?
fire
What?
department.
Don't change
Except for
shit.
to
I'm
drop
not
off the key.
changing
That
nothing.
was
I'm trying
it.
to look for something.
So, yeah, there was never any valor stolen because we didn't know anything about valor in the fire department. At least I didn't. So, if you're seeing other things online here about stolen valor and all lies and all this other
It's
stuff,
working. That's all that counts.
no. What happened was with
Philippines.
uh, Morningstar Paisley.
Up one and stop Paisley.
Back when I looked this up, my grandfather was one of the first responders. They had since changed it because 3 of them were still alive, and he passed away. So, I have no reason to lie about that. And I don't know what I would get off of that.
Piece of shit. He's a
You lied
loser.
about it.
He lies about everything. I'll go.
Why didn't you stay on his live?
Riches?
Yeah.
He quit it.
Oh, he did? Wasn't head.
He's done. This is the new video.
Alrighty,
Watch
you guys.
this and then we'll
So,
get off.
you guys saw in that fucking short video that I did that Rich shows a rifle. So, under further examination, I've determined that that video where it's plainly he's like threatening somebody if they break into his house.
Wow.
Which is fine. I'm all for that. All for that behavior. I'm a firm believer in if you have a gun, it's better for people to know. I would know what the fuck with you. Simple as that. So what I have here is my DPMS.
Hey, Rich,
AR-15.
that's a gun. That's a gun, Rich.
Wild chamber 5.56 or 223. Yes, DPMS for some people go, well, it's not a Colt. They're all mil spec. This one I fired like 300 rounds through, and it's never let me down. So,
Fucking rounds for that
a
ain't
couple
cheap.
things that I realized in this video. I'll let the video play real quick. So something I really realized was what would have made that video really bad is if it was a real rifle, which it's not. Right here, this is your selector. On the civilian models, you'll have fire. Yes, where somebody says something, it's clear. There's no magazine in it, no bullet in the chamber. So, Rich's BB gun, but this notch right here. See where it says fire? It says safe. Mil spec. These rifles were originally designed for the U.S. military. The M16, the AR-15, the M14, all basically the same rifle. Your M16s have a fucking handle up here, which in the military you're not supposed to grab that. I think your M14 is a little bit shorter. Doesn't matter. All mil spec, pretty much all the same, are the same cartridge. Anyways, if it was auto here, that means that's your happy switch. Rich's said auto right here. It didn't have fire and safe. It had semi-auto. Semi and auto. Which meant you flip that backwards, and this gun now became a fucking felony. Your civilian models, which is this, you have fire and safe. The one that Rich displayed, that looks identical to this. There's only a couple things that threw me off that made me determine this is a BB gun. Had auto here, which meant that if that would have been a real rifle, Rich, you would have committed such a big felony. I couldn't have been a fucking real rifle. Anyways, you have an upper and a lower. Two pieces right here. First thing turned me off on the rifle of Rich's. There's no markings here. See, you can You can buy this right here. The stock will be gone. This will be gone. But you can buy this piece right here, your lower. You can build the rest of this off your lower. But you still have to file a 4173 to buy the lower, because your lower will have, such as this one says DPMS, Huntington, Alabama, USA, has a serial number. All that stuff will be plainly right on your lower. Rich's didn't have none of that. Now, could it have been milled off? Yes, I looked. It's not milled off. It's a BB gun. So, the other thing is, we grab 5.6 out of here. Your takedown pins, which are these, which holds your upper to your lower. So these pins right here, watch. You ready? Push that out. Then, that's how you would pull this apart. This pin right here, this right here, is all that holds this to this. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of things going on here when this gun's operational. So, Rich's, if you look in the picture, this is an Allen screw, and this is a Phillips screw. Right there, I immediately knew BB gun.
Yeah, he was.
You would not have something like an Allen head or
He's
a
too
fucking
fucking
Phillips screw
fat.
holding this on. I have never once seen one like that. And Rich, come on here and say it's real, because it's not real. But if it was, you having that option right there,
That'll be his next story. That he was in the military. Then he'll deny that.
See, you can, with an AR, you could have a happy switch here. You could.
You didn't know?
They filed right paperwork, paid the dues, paid the fines, all that shit to be able to possess this. You know,
Rich is actually the guy that killed Bin Laden.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went up that stairway.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, actually, they kind of like, they used to wheel him around. They'd push him around and then plop him up, and because he can't, move.
Yeah. How the fuck did he get up the stairs? Bin Laden would have heard him coming, fucking breathing.
Yeah. That and the sound of toenail on concrete.
Yeah. It sounded like the dog.
Rich's configuration that he was showing. Now, mine right here, safe and fire. You can go to any gun store and buy this exact rifle. This rifle. So, tell you guys a story.
Rick could be just like Barry.
But I do want to say something.
You
I
know
should
one
have
of them
known
would make it 8
everything this
seconds in
motherfucker
the
has is
fucking
little kid stuff.
military.
BB guns.
Not
BB guns when I
bit.
was like fucking 18, 19. Oh,
Barry would have his
Gonna do
fucking
BB
jaw
guns?
wired
Yes.
the first day.
But
Yep.
Roman.
And guys, so I can give my story on what happened with me when I was younger, because I've heard this, because I heard that Rich and stuff say, well, you were never in the Marines.
Who?
Me.
Oh, no.
Well, here's the deal with me. When I was younger, when I just had gotten out of high school, because I hadn't graduated high school, my father said to me, why don't you go in the Marines? And I said, the Marines will not take me. And he looked at me. I still remember it to this day like it was yesterday. And you were like, oh, they won't? Well, we went to a recruiter, and it was true. I was going to have to do, was going to have to take a couple of courses, and it was going to take me some time. And at that time, I really didn't want to do that stuff.
It was a lot different when you were joining than when I was. When I joined, they didn't give a fuck. Like today, you can't have like any record or anything. I had friends of mine that went to court and had a choice to go in the Marine or go in the service or go to jail, because that was right at the height of the law when they didn't give a fuck what you, as long as you had a trigger finger, that's all they cared about.
Well, but
now you got to go to college.
But also too, when I went, that was at a height of a war too, because
yeah,
that Iraq was
not
going
like
on.
no, we were.
No,
Yeah, it was, but it was not like that. They were losing guys like fucking nuts. Talking 1969.
Yeah.
90 was Gulf shit going on.
And then when I went, it was Iraqi freedom.
Look at Jacob.
Yeah.
When he went in the army, my grandson, he could only have a certain amount of fat count on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
It was stupid. It was crazy.
I don't know how all that stuff worked, but
they would have even took Rich in the fucking service back then. They'd have put him in the fat body platoon. He'd be like fucking Private Pile. You guys have to drag you through the
Wow,
fucking mud.
do they really have those
Fat body platoon, yeah.
And it was just.
And I'll tell you right now, the motherfucker would come out of. He might not get out of boot camp for fucking 5 months, but if he graduates, he's prime, lean and mean. Yeah, they have a special diet and they do special stuff.
Special stuff.
I don't know what they feed them fucking lettuce.
No.
Yeah. Fat body platoon.
Yeah. Yeah, they would. They wouldn't. Neither one of those guys would have been here because
Barry, and both of them are pussies. Both of them would be fucking. They'd be sitting in the corner pissing their fucking pants. They'd throw their guns away. And
yeah, they would.
And either one of them, if they were ever taken, they'd fucking roll like a fucking dominoes. They're pussies. Barry especially. Barry's the biggest pussy that walked.
Rich is up there too.
Barry could fight and shoot with his mouth. I'll tell you right now, he'd be a badass motherfucker.
You're fucking right. He'd be a Chris Kyle.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
No.
But
Dad, though, as bad as Barry is, think about it.
Barry's a scumbag piece of fucking shit. Yeah. Don't even say a positive thing about that motherfucker. Not. I hate him worse than Austin hates Rich. All right, you know that. You know how fucking bad I hate that guy.
Hate's a strong word to use on a Sunday, don't you think?
Well, I don't give a fuck.
People are
Barry Beamer is a fucking piece of shit. He's a walking fucking disease.
And so is this guy. So is Rich.
Barry's disease. Barry's a disease.
Not this guy. This is our buddy Austin. Yeah.
Barry's a disease. And right there in that video, Austin got the cure for him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Talking delusional.
Like a 5.56
people that are into airsoft.
Off. Let's go, Barry.
Look at that.
Fuck sucker.
Now, you want to say some shit? Think about it. Rich's BB gun, so somebody's gonna break into his house when he had a house.
Richard Barry
he's gonna tickle him with a BB.
With a paintball law game.
Because Rich can't be like me or any other gun-toting American that has a 45 on his fucking nightstand. Nope. Or laying underneath his pillow on his bed. Nope, he's got to pick a BB gun. Which I think I got one. I got one around here somewhere, a little BB gun that fuck I've had since I was like 10. That's not the flex you thought it was, bro. Now, let's just talk.
That fucking scope he's got on that thing's pretty sick, huh?
Rifles. This one never let me down. You can get magazine links in some states. Make sure your laws, make sure your state's laws.
Is he
a 30-round mag? Which
I think so.
Here, which means you have 30 of these little tiny 5.56 cartridges, or 223.
They will kick ass though.
You have 30, a 10, and a 20. I prefer 30 because in my state they allow that.
Go
30.
They allow anything in Indiana. It's pretty awesome.
Well, wouldn't it be 31 really? Too well.
Yeah. This right here, I bought. So the backstory
with the chamber, yeah.
I've had this for a couple of years now. Buddy of mine, we coyote hunt every winter together.
Yep, there you go.
I usually just go and just hang out. I don't really do the hunting myself. I'm gonna do that shit this winter though.
There's an answer to your question.
Yeah, but he says he's gonna go this winter.
He comes out and shows me his AR-15, and I was like, oh, and I never held one. My grandpa's not a fan of these. He don't like ARs. He's into things like Mausers and big bolt action, and he carried an M16 in the Army, and he makes fun of it because what was it? Part of it was made by Mattel, and he goes, so I'll have to have him tell you guys the story on that. But anyways, yeah, some of your M16s were actually made by Mattel, which is a toy company, which is kind of fucking funny.
That's really.
Now.
Yep.
Anyways, I handled my buddies, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. He goes, you should buy one.
They were plastic.
No. So I went around the next day to pawn shops and things like that, and found this sitting at a pawn shop. Originally, I put a SIG in my way. A SIG, one of these. Same thing. I knew I wanted to scope.
Which we have. SIG is literally, where is SIG? That's how far
right
from us?
It's up in Epping.
That's their home base, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they make them.
Yeah. We got a SIG literally. That's
probably 25 miles from here.
Yeah. So, yeah. Not even.
It's right across from the racetrack. Right down the street from New England Dragway.
No shit.
Yep. And right across the street from Star, the circle track.
I knew I wanted the provisions for a shoulder harness, but I put that one
That's
away. I
where
came back like a
Malcolm's
month
place
later, and they
was.
had this sitting out there, DPMS, and I was like, it was a couple $100 cheaper.
That
And I
must
was
have
like, you
been
know
worth a
what?
fortune.
What?
That property.
Malcolm's?
Yeah.
Mike bought it.
Wow.
1.5 million.
For the land?
Actually, do it. These are all mil spec. Yes, if you're in groups like I am for air, dudes crap on these all the time. Some big YouTubers even crap on these things, which is fun. I get it. They're cheap. They're like the high point of M16s. I get it. They're all mil spec though. This one has never once let me down. And to tell you the truth, the only thing I've ever cleaned is this barrel. I have not cleaned my bolt or nothing like that. And it's never let me down. I've fired fucking like 300 rounds
Malcolm
through
used
it.
to get wicked deals in there.
Send them down range every time.
I don't
No
know how many
jams, no
guns he
nothing.
had.
Something that I do want to state for those of you that are new into this and that are thinking about getting into guns, don't start out, if you're just getting your start in guns, don't go buy the biggest fucking gun you can.
Listen to him. Listen
First
to
of
what
all,
he says.
start with a 22. That's what I started with. That's what most people are into guns start with. And
You
work
walk
your way up to the
before you
bigger
run.
calibers.
Yeah.
Because even though this don't look like it kicks. It kicks. It don't kick as bad as the Mauser. That 8mm kicks. But like my sisters want me to take her roommates shooting, which I'm fine with.
So what Dad's referring to is when I had become of age to be able to buy a gun. The first gun I went out and bought was a 45.
Yeah.
I had a high point. Remember that high point I had? That wasn't. I mean, the people shit on high point, and I get it.
We never even fired that gun. The
Which
45.
No, I never.
Because
shot
I
the
bought
45.
it off you.
Yeah, I sold it to you. I never fired that
Then
gun.
I sold it. That fucking thing. Number one, it was so expensive. Number two, fuck me. That was a.
Oh yeah, that was a badass gun.
You had to be shooting into something solid.
But anyways,
yeah.
That high point, I fired hundreds and
I had a high point.
And what did you have a high point?
Wasn't that 380 a high point?
No.
I had something that was a high point. I don't know. Don't matter.
Yeah,
Fucking
whatever.
somebody,
But the
guns and
fucking
cars.
that high point wasn't bad.
No. You had another high point, didn't you? Was it?
I'm perfectly fine with
you
you.
have like a 9mm after the 40. What was that?
No, so I had the 45.
Yeah.
And then I bought the high point 9mm.
Right, that was the one that was good.
Yep, I kept that. And then I had the Mossberg shotgun that was had the pistol grip with the suppressor on it.
Huh.
No shoot. I'm not gonna start them out on something like an AR-15. It's not your beginner gun. Now she's
there's David.
Dead press on shooting an AR-15.
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
I suggest you do.
We're wrapping up in like
shooting or something
2
like
minutes.
that. You take her shooting for the first time. She's never fired a gun. Don't need 30 rounds in this mag to just hand her. Take one round, load one round into the mag.
Barry's a rabbit mutt.
Chamber it, but don't say
winning.
Rabbit.
You don't wave the gun around. You don't flag people. You notice the gun's pointing straight up. You notice I'm not trying to point it this way and this way. It's flagging
Pay
people.
attention.
That's not the rules of gun safety. The rules of gun safety are certainly know what's behind your target. Know what's beyond your target. Treat every gun as if it's loaded. Even though I know this ain't loaded, my finger's nowhere near that. You keep your finger up here until you're ready to send one home. And then you put your finger in that groove. Something else. If you're going to go buy one, buy the 5.56. See right here, where does it say? Oh, it says on the barrel. Right here on the barrel, right here, it says 5.56 NATO. Which is what 5.56 is, NATO. So, buy a 5.56. With the 5.56, with this right here, I didn't bring any 223 out here. You can fire a 5.56, which is this guy right here, or you can fire a 223. Doesn't matter. But with a 223,
those little fuckers,
you cannot
man.
fire the 5.56.
You should have seen us last night, David, after you left.
Gun go boom
After
in your
we
hand.
ate.
You don't want that. You don't want to turn one of these into a thing that makes you go ouchie. You know.
I passed out on the couch.
Guns are awesome. People like Rich with them. Not
too.
awesome. If you like Barry with them, not awesome. Guns are awesome. I love these. I've been shooting
What time
guns
is
since I
it?
was like 6 or 7.
10. I
I
gotta wake
love
Liam up
these.
soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, you
tools.
better.
That's
What
they're
time
good.
you go to bed?
I don't
Are they
even
fun?
fucking
Yes.
know.
Are they also dangerous?
I thought he
yes.
was sleeping because I looked
No.
in there. I knew you were
Now,
downstairs, and when I
if
come
you're
up, I
watching this
looked in,
video and
he
you're
was
like,
there.
oh,
Are you guys coming? Bring
Don't
Liam
know
to the
yet.
pool.
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Don't know yet. Painstaking.
only
We
know
gotta.
that
All right,
drama
we
stuff
gotta-
and guns. I am not, I don't mean an expert on firearms. Nowhere near. Just some asshole country boy that likes fucking guns. But I do want to say this. Do
You
not,
do know how to
in the
handle
middle of bumfuck nowhere, buy a rifle like this for home defense. This right here, even though it looks small, you'd probably think, well, that would get stuck in drywall. That would get stuck between walls. This will have no problem if you're using this for home defense, blowing through a wall, the next wall, and the next wall. What I would recommend, even pistol cartridges are known to do the same thing. Even a 22 will do the same thing. Just this will go through house wall, house wall, house wall, house wall, then maybe lose enough velocity to stop. What I recommend is, personal opinion, is
Hey, he goes,
My
need
shotgun.
to know, have to
I-
put an order
I
in
know
his
our
dispensary.
last official president said buy an over a shotgun for home defense. He's not wrong, and that pained me to say that because I despise that man. So if you like him, that's what makes America great. We can all have our separate opinions on people and things like that. That's what makes it fucking awesome. But because a shotgun, unless it's loaded with like double aught buck or something, chances are that bird shot will take down your home invader and it won't go through your wall anymore.
That's what I was
It's always my
thinking.
biggest fear in self-defense
That's exactly
situations.
what I was thinking.
Because listen,
Because like
Something
what
you
he
guys have
just
to
said,
know.
that bullet will go through that wall, that wall, that wall, and that wall.
Exactly. What have I told you?
But with
What I tell you
birdshot-
about the 45?
all that, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you looking at me like
Well,
that
because
for?
you're acting like it's something new.
What? What's new?
That you didn't know that a bullet would go from here to there, especially.
But no, but I was thinking like in home defense, like a bird shot or something like that at close range. I don't know.
Well, a shotgun would just probably go through the one, but it ain't, them like they just go forever. They go through a lot
no,
of
this
shit.
is any state. If you fire a bullet, somebody breaks into your house, you disperse the bad guy.
Especially if he's got
But
the
in the
clip that's got
dispersing bad
30
guy,
rounds in it. I
You
mean,
live in, let's say, the projects, and you disperse bad guy,
take out a
bullet
small
travels through the
militia
wall.
with that thing.
or even you live in a subdivision or something like that. You disperse bad guy, it travels through your wall into your neighbor's house and strikes your neighbor. Hits your neighbor. You are liable for that.
That's cool, Don.
You should always know where this is heading at all times.
When's the free giveaway?
That's why you don't use something like this. I use a pistol for defense, but I'm even leery about that. Shotgun, in my opinion, and you can
Dad's
get some cool
birthday
shotguns.
today.
I'm not talking to
Yeah, we're
double
giving
barrel
advice.
shotgun.
You want some
You want some
fucking
cool
advice?
shotguns?
We're giving
Um,
away t-shirts.
Yeah.
Medium-sized t-shirts.
He makes one. Fucking Royalty, I can't think of the brand they got. I got one in layaway. Saw one, had to buy one. They got a bullpup 12 gauge. Has basically the same mag like this. As far as throw your rounds 12 gauge. Something just neat. Don't really need it, but it was fucking neat and I had to have it. So, we found out Rich is full of shit. Rich, I don't think should ever have one of these because he's not smart enough. Not that it takes a great deal of intelligence to fuck with these things, but Rich is just.
All right, we'll call you when we get done.
We're talking.
Oh yeah.
And here's another big pet peeve of mine. If you're gonna have a gun, have a fucking gun cabinet. Lock your shit up.
I totally agree with that.
Bolt it to
Oh,
a
yeah.
wall. People are always got this fucking thing where they can take the gun cabinet. Yeah, you're right. Lag bolt that bitch to the wall and they can't take it.
Barry calls them the
Plus,
Watts.
if you have kids, you don't want these fucking things laying out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Even if you tell your kid, these are not toys.
That's right. He's right, 100%.
You don't know what your kid's gonna do.
Right. Exactly.
So that's the thing. Rich didn't commit a felony. It's a BB gun. We should have known because he likes fucking toys, kids' toys. Fucking
I gotta
BB
pause
gun.
this for a minute. Because
You wanted an AR-15. I suggest.
again, in that short we were just watching, Rich was like, Austin, you only went one page down and you didn't, you think you found everything, and you got to be 3 pages down.
Well, you find one or two of them things with the young girls. That's it.
But wait a
Bingo. You
minute.
don't need no more.
He said about what about
If you do one, you
what
got
if that fucking gun is real and it's a full auto?
No, I don't think it is. He no. It I don't know if he'd fucking do that, you know.
I suggest if you don't have a lot of
Oh,
money.
Harbor Freight, that's my favorite place.
I think Rich is a boost man.
Huh?
I honestly, in my own opinion, think Rich is a boost man. He goes around and steals shit. That's why everything that's in his apartment is brand new in the box. That's in my opinion. I'm not saying that that's fact.
He's too fat and shit.
All
How
right,
the fuck does he steal? What's
Daddy,
he fill
probably-
a basket on the scooter
Daddy
in
could-
Walmart and drive it out the fucking
He
door?
could put a fucking toaster under his fupa.
Oh, that's true.
He could put a pack of cigarettes under his neck.
Oh, yeah.
You
You put
wouldn't
a
even
cotton.
He could put a cotton.
Yeah.
DPMS. You can pick them up for.
I really believe that. I
And
really
compare-
believe in my heart that because everything in his apartment is brand new in the box. Well,
Yeah.
where the fuck did you get that?
I know, all in match. Well, them
There's-
things you
that's
buy.
pretty cheap, man.
I don't
They
know.
might
Look at the
actually
flea
be lower
market. You
than
go
that.
up and
It's
buy.
not that. It's just
And if you're just wanting to get a gun and just get one. You don't really know what you want. 22 would be what I'd go to, but if you want something a little bit bigger, what I carry every day is a Taurus G3C, 9mm, does wonders. I love Taurus. They come with a lifetime warranty, so if it breaks,
Taurus
you just
are good.
send it back to the fucking manufacturer.
there's so many
But-
good companies.
Get a 9mm. That's middle of the road, or a 38. 38s are awesome too, but so yeah.
I was gonna
Hey,
say
Austin, my grandson, Jeff's kid.
Liam's kids.
Yeah, he's we're weaning him off the BB gun right now, and I'm getting ready to step him up to a 22.
Yeah, he fired one at my.
Yeah, he
uncle's
fired
house
one already.
a couple times. Well, I mean, he just
Yeah, but no, because he's a pretty good shot.
Yeah,
believe
he's
it
an
or not. Yeah.
unbelievable shot.
Uh,
Every time we go to like the carnival and stuff, you know how they have that game where they have the like Roy Roger gun and they put the cork in it,
Yeah,
and then they have the cups.
yeah, that's luck. Them
Well,
fucking
I'm
sights
saying
are
every
twisted.
fucking one we brought him to.
Oh, I know,
They,
yeah.
they had one where if you knocked over, there was 2 Zippos. If you could knock over both Zippos, it was $100. And he knocked the first. He knocked the second. He knocked them both over, but they said because of the way the second one fell that it didn't count. But
Yeah, I mean,
You should have made the guy.
it's just
give
22
up
is what
I
pretty much
wasn't
took
there.
over,
I
that's
wasn't
it.
there. It
22.
was with Julie.
Oh,
They have no kick whatsoever. No. Well, I'm
I'm
talking
not
about
on
kick. It's
Harbor Freight
recoil.
tools.
The recoil's
all
not
day.
there.
I see a little
53, that's
package
the
of
recoil.
Harbor Freight
8
shit
millimeter?
there, right there.
That's
I
some
can see
recoil.
it.
Harbor Freight, right
Yep,
there.
yep.
Oh yeah, we love Harbor Freight.
Ooh.
Shout
Might
out.
go there today on the way to the beach. Big sale this
Mm.
weekend.
This will tell you guys something. This is where we're talking about guns here. Grandpa has a Mauser like I got, right? Except he's got the big boy version. Mine's the fuck do they call it? Carbine. Mine's the carbine. He had the big boy, long motherfucker one. So my grandpa got a box of 8mm machine gun ammo, right? He fired so many through this fucking rifle that he split the stock and had to put a pin in it. And as a kid growing up, I was like, what the fuck, why did I put in there? And Grandpa finally told me years ago, he probably told me then, I just didn't listen. He goes, that's because I fired what, 50 or 75 rounds of machine gun ammo through it. It was 20 or 30, and it split it because machine gun ammo was a little bit hotter. See, the Germans, when something like 8mm, they want you dead. This right here is known to be kind of a pickle shell. I think is what somebody calls it on TikTok. It's still deadly.
Get your dad more
You know,
tools.
It's deadly.
If you guys ever saw the true amount of tools that my father has, you guys would be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. I'm
You
like
have
a
a
tool.
lot of. As a matter of
I
fact,
keep buying them. You know what I do now is if I can't find something, I just go buy another one, Harbor Freight.
it's gotten to the point where he's got so many tools. We're thinking about downsizing.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of them.
He's got so much shit. It's not even right.
And all the big, like the big truck shit, I don't need no more. You know, I'm not doing any more.
Yeah.
Any more of that
Dad was
wrenching.
a diesel mechanic for
Oh,
painstaking time. It was
Painstaking,
painstaking.
yeah.
This is back in the 90s, though.
yeah,
It was
but
the
I did it
90s,
right
yeah.
up
Joke
until.
around, call it a tickle show.
2000? Was 2000 last year?
No, I did it earlies.
Oh,
Remember me putting the fucking.
oh yeah.
You're
Not all the time, but.
You're not getting back up. Again, with the magazine thing, doing the guns in general, know your state laws. Know what you can and can't do. I am not a lawyer. I know about Indiana laws and most of the Midwest laws, but that does not mean that you should take my word. Google it, investigate for yourself. I am no expert on these things.
Neither am I,
But I
but
can
I
tell
think
you
he,
this.
he gave all
Every
good.
AR-15 I've ever
What?
seen has takedown
I think
pins.
all the advice he's given is pretty.
He knows his shit
Yeah.
with guns. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah.
What do you mean surprised? The kid growing up around him.
These pins
Yeah, but
right
I mean,
here,
you
these are your
just- that's
takedown
not-
pins.
not-
And why they call them a
Oh,
takedown
yeah.
pin is
I'm telling you, he should be working for like a 3-letter fucking agency in the cyber department. I'm serious, in like the cyber
what?
departments. What do you mean for
On
what?
guns?
No, for creepos.
Oh, creepos. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you could put them on multiple things.
right. We call it takedown pins because it takes the rifle down.
Him and Jack are like
Wow, look at
Starsky and Hutch.
Again, this is empty. We've not reloaded it. Most people, though, just push this back one out and the gun does that. This right here, this is a neat feature. One of my favorite things is this right here. This is your force reset. This, if you get into a sticky gun battle and it's not loaded, but notice how I'm pointing up, right? You smack that and that drives that bolt to reset the bolt. Kind of a neat figure. You did find out some of your cheaper AR-15s don't have this. They don't have that force reset. I actually had an ex-girlfriend, I think about 2 years ago, and her ex-boyfriend at the time, not me, her prior one, was big into guns. Well, he had bought her an AR. It wasn't a DPMS, it was a cheap one. And I was like, I've never seen one that does. I mean, if that's an AR, it should have a force reset. And that's what that's called, a force reset. You guns jammed, bolt won't go forward. You do that number right there, and it slaps that bolt forward.
That's fucking cool, huh?
But the force reset. So hers didn't have one. I got to looking, and it's a thing. Not all AR don't have a force reset on them. Just odd. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. I just wanted to show you guys that. And
There you go.
it's live. It's not really live because we don't have one in the chamber, but we're gonna keep it far away from our
She's
face.
extra live now.
Sit right there. And I gotta put some stickers on a car, on my charger. So I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have enjoyed that.
Now
Again,
imagine if they had a lift and big shit like that.
Yeah.
take my advice with a grain of salt on this whole shit. Do your own research. Some things vary by states. Some things don't. When it comes to firearms, lots of things vary by
Big
state.
fucking
Like
garage.
California, I think you
Nice.
can't have a 30-round mag. I think you can only have a 10-round mag in any
I
gun.
think they will.
It's fucking stupid. Because it's gonna piss somebody off, but I'm sure it will. But gun control is all about take the gun away from it. It's just control. And that's how I view things. And if you don't get the same, that's all right. We're entitled to our opinions. So I love you guys. See you guys on the next one. If you guys want to grab yourself something cool, go check out your local gun store. Get in with the gun guys. We're all cool here. We, don't know how to shoot. Talk to a gun guy at local, old fart at a gun store, and I'm sure he'll teach you how to shoot. It's nothing difficult. It's actually pretty fun. It is very loud, and I actually had a recent, hookup. She wasn't into guns. She didn't like guns. They were too loud, and her ex-boyfriend actually blew a hole through a fucking wall with a shotgun. But
Barry did that.
Barry did that.
Yep.
anyways, so just know that shit. Their guns are going to be loud. don't do negligent discharges. Make sure your gun's always clear. Don't try not to handle them and fuck around with them when they're loaded.
That's what we want to do is get
Because
all these
bad
fucking
things
creeps,
happen.
man. That's it.
And it takes one
Nothing
mistake
else.
for
Not
one mistake like that.
just get
fuck
rid of
around
them.
something like that for
They
you
shouldn't
not
be
to be
there.
here, and we all need you here. So see you guys on the next one. Much love. Glad we found out that Rich wasn't committing a felony. That would have been awesome if he was, but fuck. Who knows? It was just a BB gun. We should have known because Rich likes fucking kids' toys.
Fucking, that was good.
It was.
That was a good one.
That was a good video.
Very spot on. All right, guys, we got to get going. Sunday fun day. Time to have fun. Catch you guys on the flip.